Mvlogs, aka Ma's video vlogs. Number 25, Hungry Jacks. Not an ad. Something kind of disturbing and sad happened to me last night. After work, around midnight or so, I was walking from the chocolate cafe right by the opera house, and I was super hungry because I was closing. So I went to Hungry Jacks. Hungry Jacks is Burger King. As a growing boy who just finished work, I was super hungry. So I ordered my meal and I went inside the store to eat it. It's a relatively really small restaurant to eat at. And at midnight there were only 3 groups eating in there. 1, there was a guy by himself. 2, there were 2 older ladies. And 3, there was me. A girl then came into the restaurant. She had a big hoodie on. She had a lot of makeup on. She went straight to the dude and they were kind of mumbling. And I feel like she asked him a question and he just said, like, no. She walked away and she sat at another table. I just thought they were friends and that they had a little fight. I wasn't really sure, but I just continued eating my own meal. The same girl stood up and went to the 2 elderly ladies, and then I finally heard what she said. She said, "Can you please spare some food?" The 2 elderly ladies just looked at her and said, "No, sorry, darling." Then the girl left them and sat back at the same table. This girl, she kind of looked disheveled, to be honest. She looked sad and lonely. She looked very hungry. Then she came to me. She asked me, "Can you please spare some food?" Of course, I said yeah. And I gave her some of my chips, or some french fries. And she just sat by me. She sat on all my stuff. Like I had my backpack and my jacket, and she sat down immediately and she was eating my fries, which was okay because she was hungry. And so I tried to make small talk to see if she needed help. Like, I just wanted to make sure she was okay. So I just asked her, like, "How are you? Is everything okay? Are you alright?" And she answered all 3 of them. She was okay. I'm trying not to judge anyone at all. I just want to help people. And so when I saw someone who was hungry, no matter what their story is or their background, of course I'm going to help. Of course I'm going to give you food. If I have money, at least $20 in my bank account, it will help that person to get food. It was just really sad and devastating how she went to 2 people, or 2 groups of people, and asked for food, and they both denied her. That's super depressing as a human being to actually see that. This girl wasn't asking for money. This girl wasn't asking for drugs or alcohol. She was actually just asking for food. After she ate some of my chips, she did this motion. And I was like, "Excuse me?" And she was like, "Can I have your burger?" Because I was still eating my burger while she was eating my chips. And I looked down at my burger, and then I looked at her, and I could see in her eyes that she was just super hungry. So I said, "Of course," and I gave her my burger. Her look at her face was so in shock that a stranger is actually helping her. And it was sad. It was sad that she got that happy because I gave her food. After trying to make some small talk, but she wasn't really talking back, I left her. All she said was "thank you," and I just walked out because it was getting pretty late. Then the dude that was sitting by himself ran after me when I left the store, and he just said, "Hey, what you did was really nice." And I just looked at him and I just said, "All right, thanks," and I walked away. What I should have said was "pay it forward." But I was so tired at that moment, and all I wanted was rest, that I couldn't really think straight. I wanted to give that guy a better response, but my brain was not functioning. I don't think I'm ever gonna reach that moment of begging for food, but if I ever do, I just hope there's strangers out there that would help me. And I just feel like we should help each other no matter what. No matter our ethnicity, our race, our sexual orientation, age, religion, no discrimination. We should just help each other. No matter what that person went through, if they're actually sincerely just begging for food, and you have food or just enough to get that person food, why not help that person in need? It's a necessity. Just that food can bring that person so much joy. Now that's just my 2 cents. I hope out there, if someone looks hungry or someone just asks for food, please just help them. Like, you might have $1 or $2 to spare, or you might not. You might actually need help yourself, which I hope you get. But if you do have something to spare, if you do have food, just help the person. Give them the food. That's all I have today. If you ever see me in the streets and I'm begging for food, please give me some food. Hungry Jacks. Wouldn't you say that's pretty ironic?